Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another kit video. Somebody had asked, or there's been a couple of people asked me to share my get home bag that I keep in the car. And this is in addition to what I carry in my pockets or on my person. And I'll put a link to the end of this video of what those are. I've already done videos on that. I believe in modular systems. This is what I would consider a 2-day deal. And again, this is for town trips. This from my house or my shop to town is about a 40-mile one-way trip. So if I'm in town and something were to happen, the car gets blown up, civil unrest, so whatever there is that I cannot get in my vehicle and drive home, then I have to walk back, and that's a 40-mile one way. So 2 nights, 2 nights and a bit is what I figure. It's not quite a 72-hour pack, but pretty close. So this is what I have, and it's a Maxpedition. I think this is the jumbo pack. I think is what this one is. And this is what I carry with me when I go to town. And so we'll go through this pack, and I'll show you what's in it. All right, here we go. First of all, this is the Grail. And I believe that the Grail is probably the best filtering system, and this is the titanium. So I believe in their products. I like the idea of a metal container that you can put in the fire and use whatever. And this is the Campcraft Outdoors Millbank bag. So I just keep it in that to pre-filter my water, save the filter in the Grail as much as possible. So I just have that like so in that little pouch there. And the CCW part in the back, I have just a small totes umbrella, and that's for, you never know when it's going to start raining around here. I have just a cotton bandana. I have a buff to keep your head warm and kind of concealment, because I mean, maybe you want to be incognito or something. I have a backup knife, and this is just the Mini 2 that I've got survival paracord wrapped around, which if you're familiar with survival paracord, it's got a Kevlar strand, a fire tinder strand, fishing line, a few other things in survivor cord. If you're not familiar with it, just go ahead and look it up on Google. And I have a shortened RST that I ground off the cutting edge. I messed it up somehow, so I salvaged it and just shortened it up and put it on that sheath for a neck knife that you can hide under your clothes or whatever. And so anyway, it has a Wazoo little ferro rod there, so a backup fire there. So anyway, that's a backup knife. And also I have a backup equalizer. And if you don't know what that is, okay, it's in the size 9, and I have some extra pills for it. And I just keep that in there. And this is the backup. This is not the one that I have on me at all times, but it's there in case I need extra help, okay? And that's what I keep in the back. And so again, this is backup, so I don't need to get it quickly. The one that's quickly is on my person, okay? So anyway. In this top pouch here, I have a cat tourniquet with some shears and a marker. okay? And that's in this, this top pouch here. And I just keep that in there at all times. That's in addition to the small trauma kit that's in my pocket, and that video is at the end of this video, okay? I've already talked about that, and that is on my person. This is in the car. If for some reason I can't get to the car, I am still semi-prepared with what's in my person and in my pocket, because I believe in redundancy. I believe in modular systems. I believe that if it's not on your person, it is not guaranteed that you will have it, okay? Because when you store things somewhere else, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get there, all right? So I believe that the main parts of your survivability is on your person at all times, all right? Okay. Inside here in this pouch, I have some Band-Aids, some antiseptic, a little bit of painkillers, got a little fishing kit, some Claritin, just some odds and ends there in this pouch up here at the top. Inside here, I've got some wet wipes, self-explanatory, and I've got some electrolytes that I can mix with my water if I start getting dehydrated. And in this, I have another bandana and a block of calories, okay? Again, this is to get me home. I'm not camping. This is not comfort. This is whatever I need to get me home as quickly as possible, okay? So I don't want to build a fire. I don't want to catch game. I don't want to do all this other stuff. I want to rest, leaned up against a tree somewhere, and get me home, okay? That's where all my supplies are at. I want to go home. I don't want to camp. I don't want comfort. I want to go home, all right? That's what I have in that pack, or that pocket. Inside here is the T0 pack from Cold Cracker Bushcraft. I got that in there for the tarp. I've got a Maxpedition dump pouch to put on my belt if I want to scrounge some things on my way. And again, I'm leaving town, so that means that I might be able to pick up a few things on the way that I might need on that 40-mile hike, okay? So there's a place to put it. I've got a down, this is a down blanket that just squishes down to almost nothing. And it's a get out gear, down puffy blanket, okay? For additional warmth while I'm leaned up against a tree in my poncho for another cover, and SOS bivy. Now, there's been several reviews on this, some not so good. It is not there to provide you warmth during 40-degree temperatures or less. I mean, it's not going to do that. But it may provide you with some comfort combined with this puffy blanket and this. You know, it just, as you layer, the warmer you get. And again, I'm in East Texas, so I mean, this is not like we're going to have sub-zero temperatures or anything like that. I mean, on the average, we get probably in the 40s during the winter. You know, for the most part, it's 50s and above. So this, with whatever I have on me as my clothing at that time, should get me through 9-10 months of the year, okay? There are exceptions, January, February, then we're going to get a bigger pack, okay? We're going to have some blankets in the car. We're going to have some other things that we may add to it when we're leaving, okay? Again, I can get to the car to get this. So that means there's other things in the car that I can add to it if I need to, for warmth, for survivability, not comfort, survivability. There's a difference. I've seen people with these get-home bags that weighs 40 and 50 pounds. Folks, if you have to be really in shape to do that, and that's not me. This pack weighs about 12 pounds, all right? So I can do 12 pounds. So anyway, that's in there, and that's all in there, except I have a hank of about 30 feet of survivor cord in there, okay? All right, and this little pocket here on the side, I have a headlamp, and this is it's got a Ranger band around it. I think this is the Night Eyes night core. This is the night core headlamp. I have a battery pack here with the end change. It's got like 5 or 6 different adapters to charge an iPhone, my headlamp, a few other things. And I've got about 2 charges on this power bank, and this is a NIU power bank, and it's 10,000 amp hours, okay, capacity. So I get a couple of charges on that with this end charger, and charge my phone and a few other things. I mean, if it's not an EMP, then something like this is going to probably be pretty handy. Again, you might be able to call somebody and meet you halfway or whatever. And so anyway, that'd be handy. And this is a little tube that I put together years ago that I always put in a pack or something in here, it's just got rubber caps over the ends. If I can get it off. And it has little flies, fishing kit, sinkers, a 1/8 inch ferro rod, a little ball point pen filler, a sail needle, some fire tabs. I mean, it's a great little kit. It weighs nothing. It's got duct tape around it. That's tinder. That's a repair kit. That's a fishing kit, all in one little capsule right there. And I don't remember where I got these at. I think I got them at Survival Resources, but I'm not positive. But it's a little tube that's about 1/2 inch by 3 inches, okay? Handy little thing to throw in your pocket. I mean, anything is better than nothing. So anything you can do to help your situation, if a dire straits situation happens, better off you are, okay? Plan ahead. I've got a Leatherman, I'm not sure which one this one is. It's the rebar, Leatherman rebar as a tool, and I have a Silcock key because, I mean, again, I'm going through leaving town, so there may be a time or a chance to top off my water, do some other things, and get some good clean water without having to filter some along the way. Now, as I've said before in other ones, where I live, there's creeks, there's streams, there's ponds, there's all kinds of things all the way home. So water is not a huge issue for me. And so this is what I have in my pack to get home on a 2-night stay. You could probably stretch it into a 3-night stay. But again, this is not stretched out in a hammock with a fire and all this other stuff. This is leaned up against a tree, protect myself from the elements, get some Z's, get back on the road, get back to where my supplies are, get back home to my loved ones, get back home to where I'm safe, okay? That's what this pack is. Again, we confuse comfort with survivability too often. And folks, you can survive 72 hours without food. You can go probably without water, but that's not a good thing. But you know, the body can survive a lot of things in 72 hours. Okay. A lot of people say, well, I can't walk that far. You'll be surprised if you have in here the drive to do it, what you can do. Okay. The need to and the have to sometimes overcomes your inabilities. All right. So the main thing is a can-do attitude. That is the key to 99% of survivability. It's not the gear that you have. It's the attitude to survive, okay? I've heard the saying, knowledge weighs nothing. That's true, but skill is better than knowledge. So you got to practice that knowledge and learn the skill. But another thing that I've heard is, the more you know, the less you carry. I think that's an absurd statement. I think the more you know, the better stuff you have with you. If you know what that product is and you know your situation, you know your abilities, then you're going to have some better gear with you, okay? Because knowing something doesn't mean you can do it. I know how the flintlock, but I don't know, I can't do it because I don't have that skill, okay? So, a lot of these sayings here, they sound good on paper, but in reality, unless you go out there and put your hands on it, you don't know how to do it, okay? You don't have that knowledge. You may think you do because you read a book or watched a video, but until you get that knowledge into these little things right here, these little digits, doesn't do you any good, okay? All right, I hope this gives you guys some ideas. Again, this is not comfort. This is not camping. This is survivability to get me home, okay? I'm trying to be as low profile as possible. I don't want to draw attention to myself. I want to get on the road and be light and get to trucking. Get home as quickly as possible. All right, watch these other two videos if you haven't on the other things that's in my pocket or on my person, and kind of get you guys an idea. Again, I want to reemphasize, if things that is not on you, you cannot guarantee that you have, okay? You could be in a HEB or Piggly Wiggly, and a bomb in the parking lot blows your car up, okay? And so whatever's on your person is what you have to get home with or call somebody to help, okay? So, appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Till the next one, get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. And we'll catch you again very soon.